1993. I'm 9 years old. I'm living with my mom when she decides she needs to work things out with her new husband. So she calls my single dad 300 miles away in Kentucky to see if I can spend the summer with him. And what he says is, "Hell yeah, you send me that little turd." And if you're wondering, did he call his daughter turd? Yes. Yes, he did. So I packed my bags, and I thought life with my dad was gonna suck. But it was amazing, mostly because I was 9, and he was basically 12. I mean, he used to introduce me like, "Yeah, she's my daughter, but really she's more like my little sister, you know what I mean?" Yeah, we had no adult supervision. We ate moon pies for dinner. We played Nintendo all night. We watched Hellraiser 3 twice. There were no rules, no bedtime. I'm not even sure I owned a toothbrush. I realized I was living in Neverland, and my dad was Redneck Peter Pan. Now, that's not to say I didn't learn anything, okay, because I did. And the most important thing is that there is nothing in life, nothing that cannot be fixed by a Nachos Bel Grande from Taco Bell. Bad day, Bel Grande. Bad dream, Bel Grande. Bike wreck? No, Band-Aid first, then Bel Grande. That's right. I'm thinking life can't get any better than this. And then I hear my dad outside holler, "Hey, turd, come out here and look at this thing." And what this thing was a go-kart. And by go-kart, I mean death trap. Because this was just some metal scaffolding that he had stick welded to a motorcycle engine. Now, Redneck Peter Pan, he takes a look at this contraption and then he looks at his one and only child. And he says, "All right, turd, you put your foot down and give it hell." Okay, I mean, I guess worst comes to worst, Bel Grande. So I did put my foot down and I loved it. I was fast and furious. I was the original baby driver. You couldn't get me off of that thing. Well, there was a problem. See, go-karts need gas, and gas costs money, and my dad didn't have any money. But he did have a plan. See, all summer long, we'd been covering our arms in these fake 25-cent tattoos from a vending machine. He says, drive around the neighborhood, sell them to the other kids, 50 cents each. Double your money, turd! That's right. He's not just Redneck Peter Pan. He's a redneck businessman. So I'm driving around the neighborhood. I'm slapping tattoos on kids left and right. I'm raking it in. When this girl pulls me over, asks if I can put a tattoo on her Peppa Joe. Now, I'd only ever tattooed other kids before, obviously. So when I see Peppa Joe, old as hell, skinny, propped up in bed, smelling like medicine and pee, I think this is different. But then I see he's got just as many tattoos as I do, only his are real. He says they were made with a machine made out of a cassette player and a ballpoint pen. That's right, when he was in prison. Yep. When he was in prison. right back there, folks. When he was in prison. Oh, no. Okay. When he was in prison, it was about this time that I realized that Papa Joe had lived a life, and this was the end of it. So maybe I'm a little out of my depth, but I'm a 9-year-old tattoo artist and I got a job to do. So I show him what I got, and he picks out not a snake, not a skull, not even a bald eagle. No, he picks out a red heart with Mom across it because after all this time, he still misses her. So I finished that tattoo and I race back home because summer's almost over, and what I want now is my mom. But I get in the door and I hear my dad on the phone. What do you mean you ain't coming to get her? Just because you went and got pregnant, you're gonna dump her on me? Fine. Now I hear this and I realize that I am gonna be stuck in Neverland. And 8 weeks with Peter Pan is great. But 8 months, 8 years, it's not great. But then my dad turns around and he sees me standing there and he sees the look on my face. And for just a second, he turns into a real father. He gets down really close and he says, hey, I got 2 words for you. Bel Grande. Thank you.